Look, the energy of the thing meetings is should be this high. Everyone should be. Yes, yes. Everyone should be participating. Everyone should be, अरे इतनी खुशी ऐसा लग रहा है दिवाली आ गई क्या? So first thing is that why are we looking at promoter buying in the first place? The purpose is to get stock ideas. The purpose is to get a signal that something is happening in the stock. Why? Why would the promoter buy a stock anyway? Because he feels that the price of the stock or the business can grow. And a promoter is the best person to say that. No matter how many brokerages, no matter how many funds, DIS, FIS, the first person who knows that a company is going to do well is the promoters of a company because they know the business in and out. The insiders, they might sell the share for any number of reasons. They need the money, they want to pledge, they start a new business. But the only reason they buy the share of a company is because they believe the company is going to grow. And this, for us, is a very important data point to look into. There are four ways they can buy into a company. They can buy in the open market from regular uh, share market. They can do a preferential issue from the company. They can exercise warrants and also rights issues at a discounted price. Not only from theory, but also we looked at real data points. Okay, whenever there is huge bull run in the markets, a lot of IPOs come into play. Whenever there is huge returns in the equity markets, the promoters start to sell their stake. Why? Because they feel that this is a good place for us to offload, because this is a very high valuation for us, where compared to the business that the company is in. Into 20, so we looked at that in the bull run of 2023, around 16,000 crores worth of promoter sell that happened in the share markets. Then we also looked at how to get this data points. So it's available in the NSE website. You can download the CSV files, and this is the summary. This is the summary report that we kind of prepared. We arranged in an ascending order. We looked at companies that had promoter buying above 30 crores, and there were some important things that we looked at. First of all, which was the mode of acquisition. In case of Tata Motors, the mode of acquisition was merger, and we gave it less value than an open market purchase, because merger is basically a business rearrangement rather than having some real business growth or potential in the business, which can essentially, you know lift the price of the stock as well. And then we looked at Kirin industry, where the important thing we looked here is that the amount of promoter buying happened was a significant part of the market capitalization of the company. It was around 10% of the market capitalization. And results, the company, because of the promoter buyings, zoomed to close to 88% of gains. Then the next company we looked at was Signititech. And the peculiar thing we looked at here is that there was significant buying volume and selling volume as well. So this doesn't really give a very, good picture of the promoters buying, because they are essentially trading instead of investing in the long term vision of the company. But still, the amount of promoter buying was still high for a small company of 5,000 crores. And in this company as well, you can see there was close to 50% returns in 34, matlab in 1 month. In 1 month, it kind of zoomed past close to 50%. Then we looked at Hindware Home Innovation, and it's also a small company, 2,000 crore company, and it had a promoter buying of 150 crores. And it was a different story altogether, where the company's stock actually was crashing at the same time. And what is the business thesis we can make out of it? Maybe the promoters think it's a good place to buy. The stock's price may be cheap as per their insights. So the purpose of looking at all these stocks, the purpose of looking at all these data points is not to buy Hindware or not to buy Akiri Industries, right? The purpose is to have to take notice of these stocks, to because there is something happening. We do not know what. The next step is to go into understanding the business and valuation of these companies, do the proper fundamental research into it, and then can we form a real opinion about whether we should invest in these companies or not. But getting these stock ideas is very uncommon. There are thousands of companies in the stock market. How do I narrow it down? And these are some tools that can narrow it down. When we look at the buyings of promoters, when we look at buyings of HNIs, when we look at buyings of FIIs, DIIs, where are they work? Where are they looking at? And we want to look there because money is going to these places. And wherever money is going to, we want to follow the money because money follows business. And then we can also find good businesses. And this was essentially a way to narrow down our focus, to look at good businesses, continuously surround ourselves with good businesses, and then understand them, which will in turn help us to build a good portfolio of businesses and stocks. So, this was today's session. If you want to know how to prepare that summary sheet, I can send you some tutorials. If you want, ask me in the message in the WhatsApp group, then I'll, if you, otherwise you don't need to do anything as well. We'll be having this uh, analysis probably on a regular basis in our club as well, uh, where we will on a regular basis look at companies and try to find good companies that we can include in our watch list.